Hello everyone, it's Kathy Champion and you're back with me in my craft room and on my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin'. I'm so glad that you decided to join me today. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I'm located here in Gastonia, North Carolina, but I can take care of you no matter what your needs are anywhere around the country. So if you are watching me and you're all the way into California and you're not currently working with the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. I would love to earn your business and I'll be here for you. That's one thing that I can promise you. I will always be here for you, and if you have any questions or concerns, you can always reach out to me and I will give you a prompt answer. Before we get started today, this is a card. We're going to be working on something similar to this today, but I'm going to lay that over to the side because I want to thank everyone for all of the prayers and the thoughts and the text messages as my phone is dinging as we speak. Y'all have you have gone above and beyond, just showing your care and your concern to me, and I just want you to know that I appreciate it so much. It means so much to have people that care about you when you're going through a difficult time. I did have a kidney stone removed. It was too large for them to pull it out, so they had to dust it, which means that they used a laser while they were up in that area where that kidney stone was at, and kind of shattered it up a little bit with a laser, and then they were able to extract the contents of that stone out. And I have been very uncomfortable, to say the least, but I feel very thankful that they caught it and they found it before I went into a full-fledged kidney stone attack, which I have been there before, and it's no fun. But anyway, I had so many of you that reached out and sent me cards, and let me show you. This is a card here from Marlene Watts, and Marlene has become a very dear friend of mine through my YouTube channel and through being a customer of mine, and I am just so thankful. She sent me a beautiful little card with a handwritten note and this beautiful little I just love this little mouse, and with all the flowers and everything, and it says, "I'm saying a prayer for you today that God will touch you with his healing hand and give you the comfort and peace you need to get through the day." So I appreciate this so much. Thank you for caring and just sending me this beautiful card. I mean, the paper looks so familiar because this is definitely a Stampin' Up! Product. This is the artistic, I can't think of it, and I got it right here. This paper is set to retire very shortly, but it is called Fine Art Floral, and it's such a beautiful, and it looks like it was hand painted. So pretty, and oh, you did an awesome job on this flower. Your coloring is outstanding. I love this, and I think, Marlene, you did a wonderful job. I know sometimes people say they're intimidated to send me a card. Please never ever feel that way, because I feel so blessed to get cards from y'all. Another card, this came from Sally Wingard. Wingard. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Sally. If I butchered it, I apologize. You know I love you. She sent me this little fun fold card, and it opens like this. Isn't that cute? And then if you open it this way, you got this beautiful pattern paper showing. And she used one of my favorite die sets, which we're going to be using that today, which is the pierced blooms, and I love those. They are so beautiful, and I love the way she cut out sending love and hugs, and then she wrote me also a beautiful note inside, and I thank you so much. I mean, that's just such a lovely card. Thank you so much, Sally. And then also my my upline, who is awesome, just a very awesome girl, Brandy Cox. She sent me this, and this is so cute. She actually used one of the kits I'm positive that this came from a kit. And she wrote me a nice little note. And she always leaves her cards blank so that if you want to send this to someone, then you can in turn. So she'll put her note on a card like this and put it inside, which I think is just absolutely ingenious. So those are 3 of the cards that I got from some very caring and loving people, and I just wanted to give a shout out to each one of you, and thank you so much for thinking of me and keeping me in your thoughts and prayers. And I know many other of you have reached out and said that you wanted to send me a card, but for whatever reason you hadn't got around to it. Your prayers mean everything. So I know that the love and support is out there, and I never ever question that. So thank you so much. Okay, but without any further ado, I'm going to show you where I got this paper from. This pack of paper back here, it's over where it says host and join. And this area back here, starting on page 168, 169, 170, and 171, is all about hosting a party. If you host a party, you can earn this pack of paper. It's a $30 value, but you can get it for $18. So if you're interested in hosting a party, you can also choose a free stamp set at a reduced price. Not a free stamp set, but this one right here is a $17 value you can get for $10. This one right here is a $20 stamp set you can get for $12. And then this one right here is a $22. I love these textures. I am going to be working with these pretty soon. So, and this one's $13. So it's just a great way for Stampin' Up! And for me to say thank you for choosing us for your crafting supplies. But what I want to show you is this pack of paper. Now this is a generous pack of paper. You would think maybe this is a two set pack or something. It's not. This is one pack of designer series paper, but look at all of this beautiful paper. And what's so nice about this, you get 4 sheets at each one, but the back side is black and white, and y'all know how much I loved that black and white paper that we had. What was it called? The I can't remember the name of it. The one I was so sad to see go away. It was called True Love Designer Series paper. Well, they must have heard my cries, because they came out with this pack, and this is the one that I used. And look at the back side of that. Is that not gorgeous? I'm thinking today what I want to do is maybe work with black and white, because I used this paper to make this card, and today it's going to be called All About the Dies, and we are going to talk about dies, because this was a border die that cut these edges. This was a designer series paper. This was a die set, the Stitch So Sweetly, and then of the pierced blooms that I did the flowers. So this card is made totally from using all the beautiful dies. The only stamping I did was the thank you, and you could do this card and make it a birthday card or any kind of card that you would like it to be. So let's go ahead and get started. I think like I said, what I want to do is I want to look through this pack of paper, and I want to find the black and white pattern that I want to use. And then we're going to work our other pieces accordingly. Now that's all that one. That's the buffalo plaid. Let's see what else we got. Oh, that's pretty. Polka dot. Herringbone, the leaves. There's a beautiful polka dot. You know I love polka dot. And then of course we have the floral that we looked at a few minutes ago. And then we got the little circles. And and that one. And I love this little stitched shape too. I'm afraid that might play with our eyes a little bit with what I had in mind. We got the stripe. That would be pretty. I really think I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that piece out. That's that same piece that I worked with the other one. But this time we're going to do it all black and white. And we're going to do our our flowers and our blooms and everything using the black and white. I think it'd be really cute. And I'm going to slide all this paper back in here. We're not going to need a whole lot of the designer series paper because we are going to be working with, we're going to use this piece, and then we're going to use, let's see, I'm going to show you the dies I'm going to use. I'm going to use the Stitch So Sweetly, the basic border dies, and the pierced bloom dies. So I'm going to lay these over and this set over because this is going to be the first ones we're going to deal with. And I'm going to grab a piece of white. Let's see, I've got a scrap. I know I do. I laid a bunch of scraps over here just a little bit ago. Okay, we can use that piece right there. So that will give us a piece, but we need a card base. And I think for my card base, I'm going to use black. So I'm going to look in here and see, and I have a card base already cut. So I'm going to get out my trimmer, and I am going to go ahead and measure this and make sure this is 5.5, and it is. And this is definitely 8.5. I always like to check just to make sure I didn't cut a piece off. I've done this before, and then when I would put it in here to score it, I would realize that I had a less of a card base than what I thought I did. So I like to double check. So I'm going to put that in on 4 1/4, and I'm going to score. And we're going to go ahead and fold that into our A2 size card. And I'm going to use my bone folder and just go ahead and burnish that down and get a good fold on it. And I'm going to go ahead and iron out these other little edges while we're at it. You'll know I like to do that. Alright, so now we've got a card base. Now what I need to do is I need to figure out, I want to make sure that my pieces are 5.5 inches long. So I'm going to cut a piece that is 5.5. So this is going to give me my pieces that I need. So I'm going to cut them at 2 inches. Maybe, how about 1 3/4? I think 1 3/4 will be sufficient. So there's one, and then we're going to need one out of black. So I'm going to cut this to 5.5. And then I'm going to need this one to be about 1 3/4. And then we're going to need another white one that's going to be 1 3/4. And the reason I'm cutting these to that width is I want to be able to center up my zigzag on that. So now, and we've got all those black and white scraps left over that will work perfectly for our scraps that we're going to need. Now we can put this on here now, or we can wait and do it later, but I think I'm going to wait and do it a little bit later because I want to go ahead and cut these first. And in order to do this, I'm going to grab some of my little Post-it notes. I'm going to grab a couple of these. And I'm going to grab, and I'm going to make this just like we did this one. I'm going to make it identical, but just in black and white, and see what we come up with. So we are going to do white. Let's see, we're going to do white, and then black, and then white. And then we can decide where we need to cut this down to. I think that'd be really cute like that. So let's go ahead and cut our white one first. And I'm going to use that same die, this one right here. Now you have a variety of dies in here. You have this one that's a little more whimsical and kind of wonky. You have this one that does a nice arrow. You've got a rounded one. This is a nice little scallop. And then you got this one that I like to call the cloud. Now that cloud cuts like this. Isn't that cute? I love that. That'd be beautiful to cut a larger piece and make the clouds different shades of blue, and that would be beautiful that way as well. All right, let's go ahead and put this down. And since this is going to be our first piece, I want it to be, I'm going to bring this all the way over to here, and I want to try to line this up where I've got the same amount at the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to take one of my sticky flags and just lay it like that, and I'm going to bring it over to my die cut machine. No special tricks here. I'm just laying it into the on the cut plate, and I'm going to crank it through. And then we'll take that one off and see what we got. There we go. And there's that cute little piece. And if you pick up any dust from your plates, you're going to want to erase it off, and I did. I'm just going to grab my mono sand eraser because it picked up some glue or something. And I'm just going to erase it off like that. There we go. And then I'm going to put that down right there. My next one is going to go up underneath there, so that's going to be the black one. So let's go ahead and cut this, and look, you get this cute little piece that you can use on something else. So keep those because they will come in handy. Now what you want to do when you put this back down, you want to try to make sure you're getting it in the same spot that you did before. So you want to have enough of a edging that just about like that. You want to make sure it's nice and straight. And then I'm going to lay that over, sandwich it, and run it through. And we'll pull that off and take that away. And now we got this piece. And again, you just want to clean it up. If you got any lint from other paper on it, it's a good time to clean it up. Now this one is going to go right up underneath this one, just like that. See, it's going to give you that wonderful zigzag. And then when we put it on here, we're going to have another element of a zigzag. So we're going to take this one now, and we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to turn that over. I'm going to put this down, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm lining it up as nice and even as I can get it. I'm going to use my little post-it note or post-it flag. I love those things for holding my my dies in place. They work wonderfully. They don't make a mess, and they don't tear my paper. So for all those reasons, I love them. Okay, very easily, very gently, I'm going to lift this up and pull that away. And I'm going to go ahead and lay my die back over on my magnetic sheet. And now we can go ahead and put this one right here. And what you might want to do at this point, decide how much of what you want to show. But you can see how that's going to make quite an emphasis on your card. Pull that down so you can see exactly how it's going to look. And then when you slide this up under it, you're going to have even another level. Although that's not showing very good on there, is it? Maybe we're going to revisit that piece of paper. So let's see if we can find a darker piece of paper. It has a little bit more black in it. I'm thinking this piece right here that I kind of sort of wanted to go with to start with, and that's my black polka dot. Yeah, let's go with the black polka dot. I think I'm going to like that a lot better. So, and now we can better see what size piece we're going to need. I'm going to go ahead and put these together, and I am going to use just some liquid glue. And what I want to do is have about that much showing. And I would say that's probably about a 1/2 inch, but I'm not measuring, I'm just going to eyeball. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use liquid glue, but I'm going to put my liquid glue on the back side. So let's go ahead and move the die plates out of my way. So we have a little bit of room here. And I am just going to run a little bit of this glue right along there. Just like that. And then I'm going to sit this down just like that, making sure it's nice and even, and press. And then we're going to do the same thing with the white piece. We're going to sit it right on top of here. Just like that. And then I think when we put this against this piece, we're going to have a better showing. That's why I realized I needed the darker piece. Had I done this in white and these two in black, that would have worked. But since I went this direction, we're just going to go ahead and change our designer series paper, and it works. So now I'm going to just go onto this white piece, and I'm going to run some glue down this little zigzaggy edge, just like that. And then I'm going to bring it over and layer it up just like that. Isn't that pretty? I think that's just adorable. So now let's go ahead and cut. I think we're going to need about 3 inches, maybe not even quite that much. I want it to go under there just a little bit, so about 2 1/4. So we're just going to need about 2 1/4 inch piece off of here. So let's bring our trimmer back in, and let's push this in and take it over to 2 1/4, which is right about there. Love this trimmer. Such a nice trimmer. You got your lines all the way down to make sure you're getting a nice lined up piece. It is just a wonderful trimmer to have in your arsenal. Now I'm going to take this to 5 1/2 because I'm going to run this all the way to the bottom of the card. So there we go, and I'm going to just go ahead and drop this back in to my folder. Get that out of our way because we're not going to need any more than this. So now I am ready to adhere this on. And look at that beautiful paper on the back of that. That's just almost a sin to put glue on, isn't it? Let me zoom y'all in just a hair. How's that right there? I think y'all can see a little bit better like that. So I'm going to get some liquid glue, and I am going to just adhere this all the way down, little squigglies of glue, making sure we got enough on there to cover it. And I'm going to open my card up because I'm working black on black, and I want to make sure that I'm getting it nice and straight. Just like that. Now we are ready to put this piece over top of that. Isn't that pretty? Look how pretty that came together just that quick. And it's a focal point. I love that. So I am going to take glue and put all over the back of this piece. And I am going to bring this over to right there and press that down. I'm going to use my bone folder just to smooth everything out. Just like that. Oh, love it. Love it. There we go. Alrighty, so now we are ready to start decorating. So we're going to move in now to this particular die. And for this one, I want to I want to grab this one. Make sure I'm getting the right one. Yep. So we're going to do that one in black and this one in white. So, and I've got scraps over here because remember we kept them. We kept us some scraps. So we're going to do the larger one in black. I think I'll go this way. And again, I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to bring over my plates and show you how I do this. I'm going to lay this down on here. Now, I do like to turn, anytime I'm doing a straight edge, I like to turn it to an angle. It puts less stress on your machine, less stress on your dies. And so I am going to go ahead and just crank this through. You see you heard no pop, and normally if you go in, you're going to hear quite a pop. So let's pull that off. And now that is ready to go right there. I might pull this one over a little bit more. I don't know though. I love it. I love it even like that. Now we're going to take the smaller one and we're going to cut it out of white. So again, I'm just going to do that on the corner, turn that at an angle, cover my die up, and we're going to crank it through. And peel that off. Drop that out, and we've got that little piece is ready for us to stamp on. Now we can pop this up on here, or we can do it flat down. The way I did my other one is I glued this directly down and then popped the whole piece up, and I might do that. I might do that for this one. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of our die cut machine, or our die cut plates, and I'm going to go ahead and throw these back in here. Just like that. And let's see, I'm not too sure. I don't want this on the white, or do I want to make a little border of white for it? How cute would it be to do a border? We could always cut a little piece of white off. Let's do that. It doesn't have to be scalloped. Let's do a piece of white about like that. And let's cut it right about there. And then this just gives us a little piece to put that on, just to kind of break up the black. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I do. Just like that. And that gives us an extra amount of layer. It also gives us that white, black, white, white, black, white. So I think that looks really cool like that. All right. So the next thing we need to do is decide what we're going to stamp on it. Now I did a thank you on the last one, but I think I would like to do something a little bit different. So let's see. I don't know if this one's going to fit, but I love this one from Simply Succulent. Kind people are my kind of people. I don't know that that's going to fit on there. We can try it though, can't we? I think it may work. So let's give it the school try. I'm going to use my Momento Black ink. It looks like it's pulling on one side of my stamp, so I'm going to stamp that off, and it was. So let's wipe that off. And let's try that again. I think we got it that time. All right, let's try this and hope we get it on here. I'm a little shaky today for some reason. Kind people are my kind of people. I like that. I think it did okay. It's not perfect, but you know what? We're home paper crafters, and sometimes things don't need to look like they came from the store. So, hey, that's what I always say. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this flat down to that. So I'm going to do that by using some liquid glue. Just like so. And then we are going to put some more on this. And we're going to try to get this centered up on here. Like that. I like that. Isn't that pretty? And we got room here where we can put a little flower, so that's going to work out perfect. So now we are ready to put this on right about there, but we also need to cut some flowers. So we are going to grab these dies because y'all know I love them, and I am going to do these ones right here. I think I want this size all the way down, and maybe a couple of those small ones, and a few of these leaves. And we're going to do everything black and white because we can. And I love it like that. Don't y'all just love the black and white element when you can do your flowers? These flowers need to be black, and so let's do some black flowers. Let's do a few little black flowers first, and then we will do some, maybe even a couple of black leaves. We can always come back and cut some more. So I'm just going to lay that down, kind of willy-nilly. And we're going to cut this out, cranking it through. And here we go. Love, 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 love this die set. They did carry this die set over, but if you want to get the bundled price, you need to act before the end of the month, because this stamp set and die set will still be available in the annual catalog, but you won't be able to bundle it. And bundling the stamps and the dies, you get to save 10%. So if you're not interested in the stamps, you only want the dies, then you're good to go. But if you want to get both and you want to save that 10%, you might want to go over and shop there before the 30th of the month so that you can take advantage of that special pricing. I always like special pricing. Okay, so now we need to cut a couple of the white flowers. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put these back on here, and my leaves as well. on this piece of basic white. Ooh, did y'all hear me? I almost said whisper white. Taboo, taboo. I'm going to flip my plate because it's starting to spring in the middle. Remember what I told y'all about if you want to keep your plates from bowing, as soon as you notice a little bit of a indentation upward on your bottom cut plate, flip it over, and then make sure every time you use this one you flip it. And you will never have a bowed plate again. And I ruined so many plates before I learned the system. So I try to share this with as many people as I possibly can because it is just such a good tip. Okay, let's get those all out of there. And yeah, that's good on there like that. And I flipped to that one. So now let's see what we need. We need one more black flower. And I've got some more black, so we're going to put another flower on here. I'll go ahead and cut him out. There we go. So let's see exactly how we want to pop these now. I know that I want some of these little white centers in here. So these are going to go in here like that. And I think I might even pop them up on a mini dimensional. Just because. So I'm going to take mini dimensionals and pull one off. And I'm going to set it right in the middle of that flower. Just like... Oops, let's see if I can get it in there. Tiny little flowers. Okay, let's mush him over just a hair. Like that. And I'm going to take the backer off. And then I'm going to use my little putty tip to pick that up and set it right on top. Now I want a white flower on this one. I mean a white leaf. Or maybe I want a black leaf. Yeah, maybe we want black leaves. Look how cute that's going to be. Oh, so cute. I want that coming up like that, and that like that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put some glue right here. And then we're going to stick this flower right into that glue. And that should adhere everything. Just like so. And I think I'm going to throw a white one right there and put a little black flower on him. But I don't think I'm going to pop that one up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him flat and then just put this right in the middle. Oops, I think I got a bubble and no glue. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm working out of camera. I am so sorry, y'all. Okay, so that one's going to go right there, and we're going to throw one of these white leaves underneath him. Make sure that adhered, and it did, I think. Might have to put some more glue under that one, I'm not sure. I don't want my card falling apart, that's for sure. So let's put these flowers, these leaves right under here. And we're going to do that with some glue. And stick our leaves right into that glue like that. Turn it over and press it down. And right about here. Oh, isn't that cute? I love it. Now we need to decide where we want to put this. Let's go ahead and pop this up on some dimensionals. So I'm just going to put one on each corner. And maybe one in the middle. Just for balancing. Yeah, I'm so glad. I think Stampin' Up! Heard me when I said that I was going to miss my black and white paper, because lo and behold, they came out with another thing of black and white that is just as pretty. So I was really happy to see that. Okay, so we're going to put a little one right there. And then this one's going to go on here. And I think I'm going to do this one right about there. And I need another black leaf, don't I? Let's see. I wonder if we can get another black leaf out of here. Maybe right there. We're going to try it. A lot of times if you just drop your dies like that, your pieces will just fall right out. As you can see, that's what happened with mine. And I love it when they do that, because it just makes it so much easier to maneuver. I think right there would be good. And I am going to put, no, I think I want to go back with the dimensional. Right there. And we're going to turn that over, make sure we're putting the right side up, just like that. And then I'm going to turn this whole thing over and put some glue on it right there. Stick that leaf into the glue. And then glue the whole thing down right about, oops. Right about there. And I think that turned out so cute. Now all we need to do is to put our little tiny flower, and I think I'm going to do it with a glue dot. And the reason I say that is I don't want the glue to ooze, and this is so small, and I think a glue dot will hold this perfect. Right there. Oops, nope, not with the glue dot on my finger it won't. So let's try that again. Let's see if we can get the glue dot on the actual flower. And then right here. All right, I think we did that. And do I want that? Do I want this little white leaf? Maybe just one of them. Let's do my snips, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip off one of the flowers, maybe right here. And we're going to stick that under right there into that glue dot, and I'm going to curl it up just a tiny bit and give it just a little bit of dimension. And I'm not done, because we're going to put some jewels on this bad boy. So let's move some of this stuff out of our way, and let's pull out some gems. What do you think? I really think I need a couple of just the plain little black flowers. So I am going to grab my black paper again, my black cardstock. I'm going to run this through and just get a couple more of the little small black flowers. And these are definitely in there. See if we can pop them out that way. If not, nope, nope. Okay, that was my last try. We'll do it this way. This is why this Take Your Pick tool is so wonderful. Adhesives, you can pick up your adhesives, you can pick up little gems and little tidbits like this, and you can get everything put just where you want it. So I'm going to put a drop of glue right there, and I'm going to pick that up and sit him right here. And then I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to put a dot of glue right here on this corner, and we're going to sit him down in that one. Now all we got left to do is put some gems on this bad boy, and we can call this a day. So let's grab some little gems. I love these little rhinestones. They're so pretty on these particular... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, I did have an extra black leaf. Oh, okay. I'm going to grab some of these smaller ones to go on the black. And I think I'm going to put pearls. No, maybe I'll just use gems. I'll use gems on all of these. These are the, I have sent some of you that have ordered from me. Y'all have gotten packs of these. And oh, they add so much to your card. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the larger one for to go in the middle of the white, because the white doesn't show up as good as the black ones do. And I think that will help those kind of shine a little bit more. And there's the front of that card. Now I'm not going to put anything inside of it yet because I'm not sure exactly who's going to get this card, but is that not the cutest thing ever? And who would have ever known that it's the very same design? We just changed up the colors, just changed everything up just a little bit, and look at the difference, and look how pretty they are. Two beautiful cards done the same way but done differently. I hope y'all enjoyed my tutorial. I hope that if there's any of these products that you would like to invest in, that you would go over to my website and take a look around. And if you have any questions about anything Stampin' Up, do not hesitate to either call, text, or email me. I will be here for you. You can find all that information down below this video, along with all the instructions you need for the products we used and everything that we did on this card. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as I always say in closing, let everything you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is worthy, worthy, worthy of all of our praise and honor. And before I go, I do want to tell you one thing. I have a doctor's appointment Wednesday, so I will not do a live Wednesday. If I do a live this week, which you'll be watching this on Monday, if I do a live this week, it will probably be Friday or Saturday. So just wanted to kind of leave that out there and let everybody know. I have not gone away from my lives, but between my surgery and trying to recuperate, I have not been at my very best. So just bear with me. I'll be back. I love you guys so much, and until we craft again, God bless and keep you. Bye-bye.